Life just took your job, your money, your marriage, your health, or maybe all of it at once, and by the end of this, you're going to know exactly what to do with that pain. Stay with me. You've lost your spirit. You've lost your footing. You've lost the version of yourself that used to believe things would work out. And right now, it feels like the ground under you just isn't there anymore. Everything you built, gone. Everything you counted on, gone. Everyone you thought would stay, gone. You wake up and for a second you forget. And then it hits you all over again, like the first time, every single morning. This is the part nobody warns you about. Not the losing, the after. The silence after the losing, when the phone stops ringing and the noise stops and it's just you sitting in what's left trying to figure out what you're even supposed to feel. Some of you lost it slow, piece by piece, month by month, until one day you looked up and there was nothing left to lose. Some of you lost it all at once. One phone call, one diagnosis, one door closing so hard you're still hearing the sound of it. Either way, you're standing in the wreckage right now, and it feels like life didn't just take something from you. It feels like life took everything. You've asked why. You've asked why me. You've asked why now, why this, why again. And nobody's answered you. Nobody's going to answer you. Not today, because this isn't the part where it makes sense. This is the part where you feel emptied out completely, hollowed out, like there's nothing left inside to lose because it's all already gone. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't hurt. It hurts. I'm not going to tell you it's fine. It's not fine. I'm not going to tell you this was easy. It wasn't easy, and it isn't easy right now sitting where you're sitting. But I need you to hear this before we go any further. Losing everything is not the end of your story. It's the part right before the turn. Maybe it was the business. The one you built with your own two hands, the one you didn't sleep for, the one you told everybody was going to make it. And then the numbers stopped adding up. And then the doors closed. And then it was just you, standing in an empty space that used to mean something, holding the keys to nothing. Maybe it was the money. Not just money. The plan, the safety net you thought you had, gone in a season, gone in a diagnosis, gone in a bad deal you trusted the wrong person with. You did the math at 2 in the morning so many times you stopped needing a calculator, and every single time it came back the same. Not enough. Never enough. Maybe it was the people. The marriage that quietly emptied out until there was nothing left to save. The friend who disappeared the moment you needed them the most. The family that looked at you different once you stopped being useful to them. You learned who stays and who was only ever there for the good weather, and that lesson cost you more than money ever could. Maybe it was your body. The energy you used to have without even thinking about it. The health you took for granted until a test result, a diagnosis, a doctor's face told you different. You used to run through your days. Now some days, just standing up feels like a negotiation. Maybe it was your name, your title, the thing people called you before they called you unemployed, before they called you behind, before they called you a failure to your face, or worse, behind your back. You lost the job, and somehow it felt like you lost your identity along with it, because you built so much of who you were on top of what you did. Maybe it wasn't one of these. Maybe it was all of them, stacked on top of each other, one collapse triggering the next, until you couldn't remember which loss you were even grieving anymore. You lost the version of your future you'd already started planning for. The house you were going to buy, the trip you were going to take, the retirement you thought was locked in, gone, and nobody sends you a warning before they take that from you. You lost your sense of safety, the quiet, background certainty that things were basically going to be okay. That's gone too, and you didn't realize how much you leaned on it until it wasn't there anymore. You lost your patience with yourself. You lost your trust in your own timing. You lost the easy confidence you used to walk around with, the one that let you believe good things were just naturally headed your way. I'm not listing these to make it worse. I'm listing these because somewhere in that list, you just heard your own life. You just heard your own name. And for the first time in a long time, somebody said it out loud instead of making you carry it in silence. You've been telling yourself, nobody understands what this specific loss feels like. Nobody understands the business. Nobody understands the marriage. Nobody understands what it's like to lose your health right when you needed it most. But understanding isn't the point. The point is that loss, in whatever shape it took you, does the same thing to every single person it touches. It strips you down. It takes the extra off of you. It takes the comfortable off of you. And it leaves you standing there, raw, wondering what's actually left when everything you were leaning on is gone. That question, what's left when everything's gone, that's not a punishment. That's the beginning of the only answer that's ever mattered. What's left when everything's gone is the only material life ever actually wanted to work with. Everything else, the job, the money, the relationships, that was scaffolding. What's underneath the scaffolding is you. And right now, life is finally getting a direct look at what you're made of. Here's what nobody told you about pressure. Pressure doesn't create character. Pressure reveals it. Two people can lose the exact same thing on the exact same day, in the exact same way, and one of them turns into dust and the other one turns into steel. The difference was never the loss. The difference was what was already sitting inside them, waiting to be found. Think about a piece of coal, sitting in the ground, doing nothing, being nothing, worth almost nothing. Now put that same coal under pressure, real pressure, sustained pressure, pressure it never asked for and would never have chosen for itself. Give it time. And it doesn't break down into nothing. It turns into a diamond. Same material, different pressure, completely different outcome. You are under pressure right now. You didn't choose this pressure. Nobody chooses this. But the pressure is not your enemy. The pressure is the process. And the process doesn't care whether you understand it while it's happening. I need you to hear this next part clearly, because it will change how you carry everything you just lost. What happened to you did not happen to punish you. It happened for you. Say that back to yourself. Not to me, not against me, for me. The business that collapsed, that wasn't life throwing you away. That was life stripping away a version of success you were about to outgrow anyway. The relationship that ended, that wasn't proof you're unlovable. That was life clearing a seat that was never supposed to be permanently filled by someone who couldn't stay. The health scare, the money that ran out, the title you lost, none of that was random cruelty. That was preparation, disguised as devastation for a version of you that doesn't exist yet. You don't get a testimony without a test. Read that again. You don't get a testimony without a test. Nobody stands up and tells a room full of people how strong they became by describing the easy years. Nobody's story starts with everything went exactly as planned. The story that actually moves people, the story that actually means something, always runs straight through the part where everything fell apart. So ask yourself the real question. Not why did this happen to me? Ask, what is this pressure trying to build in me? Are you being pulverized right now, or are you being polished? Because both processes look the same from the inside. Both hurt. Both feel unbearable in the moment. The only difference is what you do with the pressure while it's happening to you. You can let this loss turn you bitter and small and closed off for the rest of your life. Or you can let this exact same loss turn you into somebody who cannot be shaken by anything after this, because you already survived the worst thing you've ever been through. The choice was never whether the pressure would come. The pressure already came. The only choice left is what it's going to make out of you. And that choice isn't made with a feeling. It's made with a decision. One you're about to make right now. Make the decision right now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Right now, while everything still hurts, while nothing makes sense yet, while you're still standing in the wreckage. Decide. I lost the job. I did not lose my worth. I lost the money. I did not lose my mind. I lost the relationship. I did not lose myself. Say it. Say it like you mean it. I lost it, but I am not lost. Hold on. I don't care how bad it looks right now. Hold on. I don't care what the bank account says. Hold on. I don't care what your family thinks when they look at you. Hold on. I don't care how many times you've already tried and failed. Hold on. You've been carrying this for months, maybe years, and some nights you sit there and you think, maybe I'm just not built for this. Maybe this is just how my story goes. No, hold on. That thought is a liar. That thought showed up right when you got close, because the enemy of your comeback always shows up loudest right before the breakthrough. You are closer than you think. You are closer than you feel. Feelings lie when you're exhausted. Hold on anyway. I will rebuild. Say it again. I will rebuild. Not because it's easy. Not because I have it all figured out. I will rebuild because rebuilding is the only direction left, and I am done standing still in the rubble feeling sorry for what used to be here. I am not what happened to me. I am not the collapse. I am not the empty bank account. I am not the ring I stopped wearing. I am not the diagnosis. I am not the title I lost. I am what I choose to become on the other side of all of it. Hold on to the version of you that's still coming. Hold on to the comeback nobody's written yet. Hold on to the fact that you are still breathing, still standing, still here, when so much around you didn't survive. You don't need everybody to believe you're going to make it. You don't need your family to believe it. You don't need your ex to believe it. You don't need the people who watched you fall to believe you're going to rise. You just need you to believe it. That's it. That's the whole requirement. I will not quit today. I will not quit tomorrow. I will not quit next month when the excitement of this moment has worn off and it's just me alone doing the hard, unglamorous work of putting a life back together piece by piece. I will not quit. Hold on when it doesn't make sense. Hold on when nobody's clapping for you. Hold on when there's no proof yet, no evidence yet, nothing but a decision you made in a moment like this one. Hold on when the only thing keeping you going is stubborn refusal to let this be the end of your story. You have already survived the worst day. You are already living proof that you can survive hard things because you're still here listening to this right now. That's not nothing. That's everything. I can rebuild what I lost. I can recover what was taken. I can become somebody stronger than the version of me that got knocked down. I can. I will. I must. Don't you dare quit now. You've already paid the price of the pain. Don't leave here without collecting what it owes you. Get the reward. Get the growth. Get the strength that only comes from going through exactly what you just went through. You don't get to skip the harvest after you already survived the storm. Hold on through the mornings you don't want to get out of bed. Hold on through the applications that get rejected. Hold on through the friends who stopped calling. Hold on through the doubt that creeps in at 2 in the morning. Hold on through all of it, because hold on is not weakness. Hold on is the most powerful decision a broken person can make. I refuse to be defined by my worst season. I refuse to let this loss write the final chapter. I refuse to let the people who wrote me off be right about me. You are not too far gone. You are not too old, too late, too broken, too tired to come back from this. Every single thing you lost, you can rebuild. Every single piece you can put back together, stronger than before, because you're not building it the same way this time. You're building it as somebody who already survived losing everything. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. One more day. One more decision. One more refusal to quit. That's all this takes right now. Just hold on long enough to see what you're actually capable of becoming. Because on the other side of this, hold on, something is waiting for you that you cannot see yet. And it is worth every single thing you're carrying right now to get there. One day, and it will come sooner than you think, you're going to be sitting somewhere quiet, and you're going to realize you're not trying to get back to who you used to be anymore. You're going to realize you don't even want to, because who you used to be couldn't have survived what you just survived. The version of you on the other side of this doesn't flinch at the things that used to terrify the old you, doesn't panic at every setback, doesn't fall apart when things go sideways, because that version of you already stood in the wreckage of everything and found out exactly what was left when nothing else was holding you up. That's not the same person. That person is gone. What's replacing them is steadier, quieter, harder to shake. You're not going to get the exact life back that you lost. That door is closed. But you're going to build a life that the old version of you, the one still reading job listings at midnight, the one still crying in the car before walking into work, couldn't have even imagined yet. Not because it's bigger, because it's yours in a way the old one never was. You didn't inherit this one. You didn't fall into it. You built it out of what was left after everything else fell away. Somewhere down the road, somebody is going to be sitting exactly where you're sitting right now, losing everything, feeling emptied out, certain there's no way back, and they're going to hear about you, not because you never fell, because you fell all the way down and got back up anyway. Your worst season is going to become somebody else's proof that it's possible. That's what this was for. Not to break you, not to punish you, to build in you the only kind of strength that can't be given, only earned, and you just earned it the hard way. So take the next step, just the next one. You don't need the whole plan today. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to trust that you're not the same person who lost everything anymore. You're the person who held on anyway. And that person doesn't need everything back. That person is already enough.